What a guy. I'm a man on the street. What a guy. I'm loose on my feet. Stop.
Now lately, I've been on the search for a good boxing game and somebody recommended this one to me. This is Golden Gloves by Engine Room VR LLC and it was released on the 14th of October 2022. Now what I will say about this game is you are going to need space. They are pretty upfront on their page about that and seem to be quite ignorant to the fact that not everyone has a big play space. So there are no controls to move around via the ring, no stick movement. You have to physically move. For me personally, this is no good. So I found myself limited by movement and had to wait for the opponent to come into my reach most of the time. I do like the visuals of the gym and all the fight locations, though I'm not sure about the back alley type boxing ring. It feels a little out of place, but I like the cartoony feel. The audience looks like a crowd of dressed up crash test dummies, but I guess they don't need to have that much detail to them. There are currently 4 opponents to fight: Frankie the Beast Bennett, Mighty Mike Munson, Sam Too Slick Avery and the Miguel the Mangala Morales. But I would love for the creators to spend some more time on each fighter and making them look a little bit better. They look okay now, but that's precisely it. It's just okay. They should look like that they have their own personalities. So then there's a choice of 5 boxing locations. The first bout, back to school, back alley brawl, street fight and Las Vegas Arena. There's also a choice of 2 gyms, the Engine Room Gym and the USA Boxing Colorado. The gyms are well kitted out with all the usual stuff you'd expect. There's a punch cube that will tell you damage info when you throw a punch. There's also a Simon Says game. If you're not familiar, you just copy the light sequence. Each time you get it correct, it adds 1 more light to remember. Then there's like a mitt work type game called Fists of Fury, where you will stand in the corner of the ring and then mitts will fly towards you from the other side of the ring that you have to punch or dodge. Each one will be marked with L for left, R for right. I really enjoyed this particular type in training. That by itself feels like a good game. Then there's the punch bags, speedball, and all of these have settings that you can adjust, like their heights, or you can adjust the weight of the bags. Also on the wall, there is a menu to select round length, break time length in between rounds, and there is also a fitness tracker for burning off calories. And then finally there is an arcade machine, Space Invaders, which is pretty unique and quite fun. You shoot gloves into mitts that are going from left to right to left continuously. Now when I first played this game, the boxers seemed easy to beat, and then I didn't play it for about 2 months. So when I came back on to refresh my memory for writing this review, the boxers seem to have become impossible to beat, but mess around with those settings and all should be fine. I don't really understand how the damage works. There are no meters or visuals to show you any damage until the fight is over, and then it shows you the scorecard. Now there is a custom setting menu. There are a few settings you can tweak for more or less damage, more health, speed, a faster heal, retaliation chance and block slip ratio. Just play around with these if you find your opponents too tough. It would also be nice if they used names for each boxer and your name instead of just red and blue. Now this game does offer pass-through mode, which is pretty good. Means you can see how close you are to any walls or people so you don't end up punching them. There is also a multiplayer and beta where I guess you invite your friends to play via an invite code. Again, this is just another boxing game where you have a few opponents to fight, a training area, but there's no league, no championship to win. Even though they claim starting as a novice boxer, you'll follow a career path, working your way through the ranks to become a Golden Gloves champion. But just maybe they haven't got around to this part yet. So whatever it is you are looking for from your boxing game, this is definitely one to keep your eyes on, but it might be worth waiting to see where it is in another 6 to 12 months. Now please show me some support by hitting that like button and then come be part of this community and hit subscribe, and let's support one another in our gaming experiences. Thanks guys and happy gaming.